buy you, una come buy you.
Mama Joy, you see they do like this. You no go change business pattern. Abi you never hear of Glass FM?
Papa Timo, which kind talk be this one? Wetin that one come mean sef? And which one be Glass FM?
Glass FM na better online radio station wey dey help business women like you, business people entirely sell better market. All you need to do na to wire their green on
abeg, wait make I carry my phone.
+234 90 311 01001 or you fit call +234 812 8803452. Once you wire this number wey I mention you fit make 1 billion like that woman wey dey sell kulikuli.
Oh yeah, make I wire their green now.
Hello, who is on the line?
Glass FM, I mean
Glass FM, making a difference. Happy weekend to you all. How you all doing, fam? It's been a week, but I miss you all. Welcome to your number one weekend show, Heart and Flicks, and I still remain your number one humble boy on radio, K to the E to the LLY, Kelly the Psalmist. But before we head straight to what we have today on the Heart and Flicks show, we'd love to give some seconds of silence to those who died at the Turkey, Syria earthquake. May their gentle souls rest in perfect peace. And may God comfort those who lost their loved ones. To all of those of our fans listening to us in Turkey and Syria, remember that Glass FM cares. And that's why we had to start by acknowledging the fact that you've lost your loved ones. As I'm even saying this, I really feel it. I can imagine thousands of lives were lost. May God comfort you all, we pray. Now heading straight to the Heart and Flicks segment of the show. On the Heart segment, we're talking about something very dynamic. And what's that? Jealousy. Jealousy relationships. We try to look at how jealousy can affect a relationship and so on and so forth. Right after this musical break, don't you go nowhere.
Justified in Jesus Christ, our Savior, Redeemer, Deliverer, and Healer, Majestic, Almighty, the Prince of Peace. face and live, saved by your grace. We are justified in Jesus Christ, our Savior, Redeemer, Deliverer, and Healer, Majestic, Almighty, the Prince of
Welcome to the heart segment, and we'll be talking about jealousy. Yes, the effect of jealousy on relationship and how to come out from it. If you're going through that relationship and you all know, you deep down you know a jealous partner, this is going to be for you. So we're going to give you solutions on how to overcome jealousy in relationship and also show you how it affects relationships. Now, what is jealousy? Jealousy itself arises from insecurity with oneself and trusting your partner. So jealousy is insecurity, and for me jealousy is not just insecurity. Jealousy can also be entitlement. Yes, entitlement can also be a form of jealousy. We feel like, oh, I'm own this thing, and that's why we have partners that are not happy for their fellow partners. Your wife just got a job with an oil company, and you are just working in a, let me say, as a sales boy or as a salesman, when you're not happy because she's got a job in an oil company, you feel that other men are going to sleep with her, or maybe you felt that she slept with other men to get that job. You understand all these kind of things, they don't help relationships. And that's why I always advise people, make sure you're emotionally balanced, make sure you're mentally balanced, make sure you're spiritually balanced before you get into a relationship, because these are some of the things that happen. Because if you knew deep down, if you're able to question yourself, you're able to ask yourself those questions about your jealousy tendencies or your jealous tendencies, you wouldn't have gotten into a relationship without fixing it and maybe putting one son or one daughter into the problem. But it can still be resolved. No matter how bad we are, the situation can be remedied. You understand? The only way a situation cannot be remedied is if you are in hellfire. For those in hellfire, their situations cannot be remedied. But as far as we're on earth, we have a second chance in order to remedy our problems. And like I said, jealousy comes from insecurity. Now, how do we get over jealousy? But before we even talk about how we get over jealousy, let's know that in fact envy and jealousy are similar. They are very, very similar. But that jealousy involves a sense of possessiveness and entitlement. Remember I spoke about it. So that's jealousy. It involves a sense of possessiveness and entitlement. And I don't know, I'm one person in this world that hates entitlement. I dislike entitled people. I hate entitlement is a spirit. For me, I think it's a demonic spirit. And if you check people that are very entitled, it's also with their upbringing. No offense, I don't mean no disrespect to any parent, but it's also how they were raised. Some people were raised believing that people are going to be there for you all the time, and they feel when people are not there for them, they feel like, if you're not there for me, I dislike you. You are not a nice person. No. People will not be there always for you. Life will not always, people have their life issues, people have their life problems, so you need to understand that, and that's where all this jealousy thing comes in to play. So how do we get over jealousy? Remember that you have to speak from your heart. You have to avoid justifying your actions. You have to make sure you stop making accusations, and you have to make sure you stop being confrontational. I'll take it again. You have to make sure you speak from your heart. You have to avoid justifying your actions. You have to make sure you stop making accusations, and you have to make sure you stop being confrontational. These are some of the character traits of jealous partners. They don't know how to speak from their heart. They don't like speaking from the heart. Why they don't like speaking from the heart is because they hate to tell themselves the truth. You need to tell yourself the truth. And one thing is that if you want to be able to solve a problem, you have to tell yourself the truth. You have to tell yourself that, yes, I have this problem. There has to be an identification of the problem before the problem has a solution. So for there to be a solution, there has to be an identification. If there's no identification, there cannot be a solution to that problem. So you have to identify with that problem, and then you'll be able to solve that problem. So identify it, speak from your heart, acknowledge, pray to God about it. But we always underplay prayers in this our world of today. We feel that we can't do without God, blah blah blah, and we have been trying to see how we can do without God, and look at where we are today. You understand? And next, tame your imaginations. Imaginations are like wildfire. It's like a spark. You know when you strike a matchbox? That's how imaginations are. They can set your whole world on fire. If they are not actually controlled, they can actually set your world on fire. So it's amazing that something that starts off in an imagination can soon spark out of control and cause such devastating damage. Imagination grows jealousy like seeds, fertilizer, sun, water, grows our garden. I'll take that again. Imaginations grows jealousy, like seeds, fertilizer, sun, what? Okay, like seeds, fertilizer, sun, and water grow your garden. That is how imagination grows jealousy. Next, let go of the past. A whole lot of us have a lot of painful past. I know that for sure. Even I talking to you, I don't have a smooth, beautiful past. I won't come here and look like a saint. This is a gospel channel, and there's one thing about people these days, because it's gospel, we want to make sure we look so white and pure to people, and in the process we chase those people who want to actually be genuine and have a genuine relationship with God. I want to tell you, I'm not perfect. I don't have a smooth past. I also have a horrible past. You understand? So, but we need to let go of the past in order for us to forge ahead, in order for us to move forward, in order for us to have advancement in life. We need to let go of the past. That's one thing you need to do if you're a jealous partner. Let go of the past. Stop comparing your partner with another partner. Stop saying, hey, when I had this babe, when the babe I dated, she wasn't doing like, she used to cook like this. The babe I dated like this, she doesn't used to travel anyhow. That's one. I don't know. This jealousy is really a wide topic. Jealousy, because I've discovered there are also some partners that are not happy when their partners travel for a very long time. They feel like, what is he doing? What is she doing? Is she flirting? Is she doing something? Like I said before, tame your imaginations, and secondly, let go of your past. Stop comparing your past with your future. They are different scenarios. Now, how do you handle a jealous partner? Now, I spoke about how to handle jealousy. Now, how to handle a jealous partner if you are having a jealous partner and you are listening to me right now. Listen to your partner with new ears to hear all of their concerns. That's one. Listen to your partner with new ears to hear all of their concerns. Give a listening ear. Be accommodating. You understand? A lot of us don't like to hush people down, and in the process of hushing people down, we are not able to know how they feel. We're able to know how they respond to certain things. So give them a listening ear. Give them a chance to be able to talk, able to speak out. Next, if you know certain behaviors trigger your partner's jealousy, change them. Mind, that's another thing. So you can't really blame the jealous partner. The partner who is also not jealous has to also do things that won't trigger the jealousy in his or her jealous partner. You understand? So stop all those things. You understand? If you discover you are always with guys and it triggers your maybe you should cut down. You should create boundaries with some of the guys around you or some of the ladies around you. You understand? Cut those boundaries and create boundaries. You understand? Create boundaries. I'm not saying you shouldn't hang, but just create boundaries. You understand? Sometimes for us to bring a solution to a problem, we have to do that together. So as a jealous partner trying to work on his or herself, you yourself, you should also try and see that you don't bring a trigger to that jealousy. Now, point out what you most appreciate about him or her and offer reassurance that you are committed to that relationship. Let them know that no matter what, you are together in this relationship. You are together, baby, we are together. You understand? Let him or her know that you all are together. Wow, I'm sounding like a relationship coach. You know, easy. So these are all the things that I've spoken of. I've given you on jealousy, when handling jealousy. I gave you where jealousy comes out from. I gave you a hint of where jealousy comes out from. It's the root of jealousy. I spoke about possessiveness. I spoke about entitlement. So learn to stop. In 2023, let's see how we can put an end to jealousy. Let's see how we can put an end to entitlement. I dislike entitlement with the whole of my life. Let's head straight to the flick segment. Sorry, this is the heart segment. I won't be heading straight to the flick segment right after this soundtrack. If you are really listening to us and you're giving us a listening ear, the soundtrack is going to give you a hint of what we're talking about today on the flick segment. So stay, go nowhere. It's still the Heart and Flick show. Glass FM, making a difference.
तेरी मंजिल इश्क का दरिया है
पैसा चाहिए ना ही करार चाहिए
ये हुस्न का है खुमार मेरा तुझ पे है छाया जो कुर्बान हुआ जो मुझ पे खुश नसीब बड़ा है वो शराबी क्या शराबी दिल में जिसके गम न हो लुट गया समझो शराबी पास जिसके हम न हो
ओ साथी साथी रे साथी साथी ओ पास ना रहना जाए कोई ख्वाहिश बाकी ओ साथी साथी रे साथी साथी ओ पास ना रहना जाए कोई ख्वाहिश बाकी
Welcome to the FLICKS segment, and I'll say namaste. I hope I got that right. Namaste. You know, one thing with the Indians, the way they start their songs in their films are very funny. They'll be like, Glass FM and Glass FM yeah, I hope I got. Please, I mean no offense to those in the Indian film industry. We love what you're doing. You're doing very well. In fact, there will be a whole lot I'll be telling about the Indian film industry that you do not know. It's a very great industry. You know, we've been focusing on Hollywood, and they say variety is the spice of life. So we have to deviate from Hollywood. We have to take you all from Hollywood and put you on a private plane to New Delhi, the capital of India. So let's give you a brief history about in the Indian film industry. The cinema of India, or the Indian cinema, consists of motion pictures produced in India. Major centers of film production in India are Mumbai, Chennai, Hyderabad, and other names I do not want to murder. For a number of years, the Indian film industry has ranked first in the world in terms of annual film input. Yes, that is the number of films produced every year. India has always ranked high, followed by our dear Nigeria. But the problem is not about the numbers of films, it's the quality of film. It's not the quantity, it's the quality that matters. For a number of years, the Indian film industry has ranked first in the world in terms of annual film input. In terms of box office, it's ranked third in 2019. That is to say, we're talking about the box office, the worldwide box office. India is third in the world. That's also as of 2019, with a total gross of 220 billion rupees. Yes, rupees, that's their currency, the name of their currency, rupees. 220 billion rupees. Converted to dollars, that's $2.7 billion. Now, how many screens or cinemas do we have in India? We have 11,962 cinemas or screens in India. Now, in India, total number of films, feature films released in India, we have 1,691 films. I'll take that again. Total number of feature films released in India as of 2021 are 1,691 films. Indian cinema composes of multilingual and multi-ethnic film art. In 2019, Hindi cinema, we'll be talking about something you'll be surprised. Hindi cinema is just an aspect of the Indian film industry, not the whole aspect of the film industry in India. In Hindi cinema represents 44% of the box office revenue, followed by Telugu, Tamil film industry, each representing 13% of the Malayalam and Kannada film industries each. Indian cinema is a global enterprise, and its films have wide viewership and fan base throughout South Asia and have spread internationally. Modern film releases are dubbed into many languages. I can assure you that I've seen it. Indian films, Hausa, Yoruba. It's really funny when I see them being translated to other languages, but it's good so that everybody can be able to understand and everybody can be able to relate with their films. So major Indian enterprises are Indian film studios in India. We have Akka Media Works, we have Aska Films, we have Ashrivad Cinemas, we have AGS Cinemas, we have AVM Cinema, we have Honorable Films, and so on and so forth. Now, let's take a look at a brief history of the Indian film industry. The history of cinema in India extends to the beginning of the film era. Following the screening of the Lumiere, back then when we were in school, Lumiere Brothers, my lecturer, she made sure she sang that into our head. Lumiere Brothers, Lumiere Brothers. Lumiere, the screen of the Lumiere and the Robert Paul moving pictures in London in 1896. Commercial cinematography became a worldwide sensation, and these films were shown in Bombay, currently known as Mumbai, that same year. So the Indian film industry has really grown. In fact, as a matter of fact, the first talking film in India was released within the 1930s and the 1940s. Yes, that's for the Indian film industry. And there's also one thing I love you all to know. India had a golden age. Yes, there was a golden age in the Indian film industry. Every Indian film, every industry has a golden age. But we didn't even talk about it. What's the golden age for the Nigerian film industry? We don't know. So the golden age of the Indian film industry is 1940s to the 1960s. Those were the golden ages of the Indian film industry. This period from the late 1940s to the early 1960s is regarded by film historians as the golden age of Indian cinema. This period saw the emergence of the parallel cinema movement, which emphasized social realism, many led by Bengalis. Early examples include Director Kelal and some films that were released during this golden age were the Apple trilogy and so on and so forth. So let's head straight to the types of Indian films, Indian film industries in India. Yes, it's not only Bollywood that is in India. Don't be mistaken. It's not only Bollywood that is India. So time is against me. So I'm going to kind of quickly run through them, and then next week we'll continue. You understand? Next week we'll continue. So we have the Tamil Telugu cinema. We have the Kannada cinema. So let me spell it so that we don't think it's the Kannada. It's Kannada, Kannada cinema, known as Sadalwood. Then the Telugu cinema I mentioned for you earlier is Tollywood. And then we have the Malayalam cinema. Then we have the Punjabi cinema, Bollywood. Then we have the Marathi cinema. Then we have the Bhojpuri cinema. We have the Bengali cinema. And then we have the Gujarati, the Dollywood, the Fadiwood, the Jollywood, the Kashmiri, the Kobrok, the Konkaki, several film industries in India. Now, one thing that I don't like, I've never been a fan of, you see, I don't know why many film industries, Nigeria also has that problem. We have Kannywood, we have Igbo, Asabawood, I don't just know why we have several industries in India and Nigeria, and they still produce the highest number of films. For me, I don't know, I don't feel it's nice, but I don't know what you, the listener, feels about it. Having several film industries, Bollywood, Tollywood, does it give a sense of unity? I don't know. Does it give a sense of unity? You listening to me right now, does it give a sense of unity? Well, that's left to you. Well, this is all we have for you on the Flick segment of the show. Before we go, our social media handles on Facebook is Glass FM. Then our personal handle is Glass FMs with an apostrophe S. On Twitter is Glass_FM. On Instagram is at Glass FM Radio Station. On Twitter is Glass_FM. So, see you next week, Saturday, as we talk more on the Indian film industry. And I leave you with this Indian vibe. Namaste.
बरसों तलक तू साइकिल पे घुमा है हाईवे पे मोटर साइकिल भगा के देख स्पीड में तुझको अगर सर्दी लगे तो सीट पे पीछे लड़की बिठा के देख यही उम्र है कर ले गलती से मिस्टेक यही उम्र है कर ले गलती से मिस्टेक
Glass FM, your #1 radio station.